don't feel like your mouth is cleaner, you're probably not using it, because it's such a no-brainer to me.
Hi, my name is Jay Palmer, co-founder of Gunkii, a luxury tongue scraping company sold in over 50 countries. We're interviewing real people with real tongues and talking about their Gunkii experience. Let's get started. Here we are. We are here with Karen Richard. Karen, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for talking about tongue scraping of all things.
No problem. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you. Okay, so just diving right into it is, what were your first impressions of tongue scraping and receiving a Gunkii?
Well, I legitimately had never tongue scraped before, so I don't have a sense of comparison with other tools or other brands. It's disgusting, shocking, mind-blowing. Truthfully, it became very, very quickly something that I couldn't believe I hadn't done before. I'm admittedly not the person who, flosses every day. I brush consistently, but I also, especially like with masks and everything in the last couple of years, you get really aware of your own breath. And I will say that this thing has made a huge difference in that. I just feel like it's like the difference between like rinsing your hands or washing your hands like properly. It's just like everything just feels fresher for longer and better. And it's just become such an easy thing to add into my daily routine.
Oh man, that's fantastic. We love hearing that. I mean, it's one of those things that you can kind of see, or maybe you can tell us, what do you see? And if you're comfortable talking, do you see anything that comes off your tongue?
Every single day. So it's like every time I brush, I scrape. So consistent every morning and every night. When I do it in the morning, it's like after breakfast, after coffee, after I brush my teeth, rinse my mouth out to get the leftover toothpaste out of there, and then I scrape. So like I know I have already cleaned it, and I brush my tongue. So like all of the things, because that's just what I've always done. And then I get in there and I do, a couple pushes and pull it off. And every single time, no matter what, there's always this like gooey, mucusy consistency of, post coffee. It's got like a cafe au lait sort of color to it, but it's like the stuff that's just like buried itself down in there, clinging for life to the edge of the Gunkii. And it's like, it rinses off easy, it's gone, but like, no matter what, every morning, every night, I'm always shocked that there's that much on there.
Yeah, I hear you. I have the same thing, and everyone does. And the salvation is that you just turn on the tap and it goes down the sink and then it disappears.
So easy to do. Like it's, I wasn't sure what I was going to need to do to clean it. Like, do you then have to go and brush it and whatever? It's just like, I just do a quick rinse under the tap because it's already warm, and, maybe give it a quick wipe with my hand or dry it off and back in where I store my toothbrush, and we're done. So.
Oh man, that's great to hear. And I mean, you've had it for about a year or half a year. How long have you had it for?
I think coming close to a year now. Yeah, like I got, I believe, with the first shipments. So yeah.
So how's it performing for you? How's it handling?
It looks like the day I got it, save for like a little bit of dried like sludge on there, but like it looks amazing. It's not bent out of shape, like no chips, no dings, no scrapes, like it's. And I've taken this thing on trips. I check it in my bag. Like it's been places and it looks brand new.
Oh man, that's amazing. I mean, we built them to last a lifetime, and hopefully it does. And if it doesn't, you let us know. It's I can see you have braces.
Yes.
So does this affect? I mean, I've never really talked to anybody that tongue scraped and had braces. Does it scrape? Like how does it work with braces?
So, like, I mean, honestly, there's no reason you can't use it with braces. I feel like because of them, I always feel like I've got stuff stuck in my teeth. I always have that sense of like, just that feeling like it could be cleaner. Getting in and around everything's really, really tricky. So knowing that, maybe there might be a little extra junk in my teeth, at least I know I can keep like the overall ecosystem, a little bit healthier with this. I haven't had any issues. I don't, it's not like I clank metal on metal or anything. There's zero interference. But overall, I will say I've, again, admittedly not the best flosser on the planet, but it's so easy to consistently do this. And my checkups, I've been going in for periodontal sort of checkups just to check everything, because I was seeing some not so good results, bleeding gums, that kind of thing. And even with using this, I've had improvements of the inflammation over time in the last 9 months or so. So
really?
So I'm going in like every 3 months or so, and every time it's getting better, which is fantastic, because I truthfully still am not the best at flossing because of the braces.
Oh man, that's fantastic to hear. Oh, that's amazing. That really brings a lot of joy to my heart here. We look in our records. There's more than one purchases you have. Have you bought other ones for? And maybe that's going a little bit too deep here, but for family members, or what are the other ones you bought?
Yeah, I got one for my husband, and he loves it, and is a pretty avid user as well. I've got an 8.5-year-old who's been asking for one for herself. So I'm just doing some digging onto whether or not, is it recommended for children? So looking into that, because I've caught her using mine a couple times, which, maybe not recommended, but I know my parents have bought them and quite love them. So really, I haven't talked to anybody that I know who has one who doesn't love it and use it consistently. It just, sort of slides into their life and just becomes part of what they're doing. And as we were getting ready to jump on this call, I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I should get one for my sister for Christmas. She's like the impossible person to shop for, loves sort of like elevated versions of things, and is, into Eastern medicine and natural ways of taking care of herself. So it would be an absolute perfect gift for her and her guy. So
yeah. Oh man. Well, we have a 9-year-old and he uses it, and it's part of the process. And so now it's just like brushing his teeth and flossing. It just, get them started earlier, and that oral health is helpful and probably sticks with them for the rest of their life. Hey, listen, I have one last question, and I want to thank you very much for taking your time. But if there are people that are new, Karen, to tongue scraping, what advice do you have for them?
Just try it. Like, I mean, it's honestly, what do you have to lose? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't taste weird. You don't even have to look at the gunk that comes off on the thing. Just like scrape with your eyes closed and rinse it off, and you're good to go. But I would be shocked, give yourself 2 weeks, 30 days, whatever. And if you don't feel like your mouth is cleaner, you're probably not using it, because it's just, it's such a no-brainer to me. It's, I feel better about buying something that I don't have to throw away. I know I'm going to have this a long time. I don't have to worry about replacing it or it breaking or anything like that. So, especially if somebody's thinking like, oh, well, I've got this plastic thing, or I can use this. It's like, it's not the same. It's just not.
Oh man, that's music to our ears. Hey, Karen, thank you very much. Congratulations on having a healthier mouth. Appreciate you taking the time with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Karen Richard. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.